Okay, so I have disassembled the filament buffer, and now I'm checking that everything is not obstructed. So this one, it is coming on the other side, so not obstructed. And I looked into it. It looks pretty. I mean, everything I can look through it. Then these four things, I can also look through them, and each of them, you know, this cell goes through. There's nothing in there because it's actually barely, it's never been used, so I don't know why it would be obstructed. So all these channels are also clean, you know. So and then I put it together. By putting this in. So this is symmetrical. Putting this in. And putting this bit on. Putting this together. Okay. That's it. Now I'm gonna try to put it back in. Okay, now putting the filament buffer back in after I put it back together. Okay, now it's fixed. Now it's not moving. Okay, connecting the cable, the electric cable back to it. Okay, so put it together, put the cable in. I mean, every time you open the filament buffer, you kind of worry that it's going to break because there is no easy way to do it. So that goes in, and then we have another tube which goes from the filament buffer. So in order to do that, you have to push it out and just put this thing in. Okay, I can see the tube inside the buffer. Right, and then put it here. Right, and now I'm gonna turn on the printer and then try to see if it works. I mean, there was no obstruction, so I don't see why it would change anything. So, because as I said, the filament buffer actually hasn't been used at all, hasn't managed to print through it. So the printer is brand new, so I only was able to print with the external spool, not through the buffer. So I'll be surprised if the buffer was actually a problem. Okay, so we're trying to print again. By the way, you requested the version, so the version of the is 1141. I think this is the firmware 122 of the CFS. Yeah, and it says it's the latest version that you have. Okay, so let's do a print. So we have filaments loaded up in CFS, determined by the RFID, and then we do the print, the one that we had before. So I'm going to just stop this one, and we'll do another video where it's going through the leveling. Okay, I think it's finished leveling, and then we're gonna start seeing the filament movement again. This is one after disassembling and reassembling the buffer, like checking it's clean. Of course it is, because it's not been used. And now we're gonna see the filament actually does go to the buffer. You will see the red thing inside the tube, and it does go into the printer. So the blue light on the filament buffer is on, so it's connected. So now we can see the red filament is moving. It's moved through the tube, into the filament buffer, out of the filament buffer, into the printer. It's all there. You see it all red. So it's actually gone through the buffer. And then we have the same exact problem, which is the filament buffer failure.